a lot of people are using AI in our space specifically, but also across the board. Doesn't matter what industry you're in these days, where like I can tell now if you pulled something and copy and pasted it out of GPT, there's a lot of hyphenated words and certain weak language type words that I just noticed, and I'm like, oh, this is clearly GPT. So from a content manager standpoint, and we're talking about 2 to 3 articles a week, 2 to 3 pieces of content a week, if it's video, whatever the balance is, like how do you leverage these tools so that it helps you do your job better, faster, stronger, but also not give away that you're using AI and still making it human and making it authentic to your brand or to you as a person?
Yeah. Well, I love that you said that, Alex. And I think everybody who is aware of what's going on out in the marketplace right now knows those tells of AI.
Yep.
In the ever-changing world of, or these, I think when I see something that feels structurally very redundant, it's a header, a single sentence, a bulleted list, a header, a single sentence, a bulleted list. Those kinds of things are just, ultimately they don't really serve the reader, or in other mediums, they might not serve the watcher or the listener. That's not to say that AI can't produce great content, but like anything, what you put into it will affect what you get out of it. And I think, to me and the work that I do with companies, we need a really competent human to sit in that seat as the content manager, because they have to be the ones who evaluate whether something sounds on brand or not, how they can use tools to enhance their process, not replace them. But yeah, we ask for our content managers to produce a lot of content, and AI is a real boon there, and it can do a lot of tasks that can help them move faster. But it doesn't replace them, and any time where it feels like it's replacing them, they're probably not doing it right, or they're missing the point.
Yeah. You said something in there that stuck out to me about you get out what you put into it, right? So there is a piece that we haven't really talked a lot about on the show. Chris Dupre talks about this quite a bit, but I think it'd be good to just kind of dive into a little that, like, you can train GPT and you can train Claude, but you have to know how to prompt it, and you have to know how to communicate with it in a way that it's going to start to learn and become more aware of your style and your voice and everything that goes with that. So how does somebody do that as a content manager? And you said having like the right person in the seat is critical.
Yep.
I totally agree. So like, how does that person get these AI tools to really start speaking their lingo and their language and their vibe?
Yeah, it depends on the tool, of course, but I think we have to think of using an AI not so much as prompting it, but conversationally.
Okay.
And we go back and forth, and it's learning, whether you're building a custom GPT, whether you're using the brand voice feature in HubSpot, Claude. There are others where the more it learns, the more you say, try this again, try more, make it more like this or like that, the better the response is going to be, and the more it will learn what you're looking for. But at the end of the day, I think that human needs to have that final touch on anything. I was working with a content manager just a couple of days ago who, very competent, very good writer, very smart, but he had never done anything with web copy. And he had to write web copy for this new page that's launching. And to make it even more cinematic, they need this website to launch before a major trade show that's coming up.
Okay.
So this is very much, we got to get it done. So he's feeling some stress about it. He's never done this before. Okay. And what we were doing, and we were working together, is he would kind of write one headline or one blurb, and then he would put it into, we were using Claude, and say, rewrite this 5 different ways, or give me 5 alternatives to this headline. Okay. And what came out, they weren't great, but they're pretty good, and they helped him think of the best option. And that's the way the tool works best, I think, as a kind of sparring partner, where you can put in ideas, you can have a conversation back and forth. I want this to sound this way, but help me make it a little bit less formal, or help me make this a little bit more witty, or something that feels more connected to the style you're going for.
Sure.
But if that's a struggle for you, this is a tool that can help, or there are many tools that can help. There's something that we're using in HubSpot a lot called Content Remix, where if you write an article, you can put it in, AI will spit out social posts, an email template, and some other adjacent content mediums that all come from your piece of content, are in the same style or voice, but saves you a ton of time, rather than thinking, okay, what is this what does this sound like on LinkedIn? Okay, no, how is it going to sound a little bit different on Facebook?
Right.
And it can just help you speed that up with knowledge of the platforms, knowledge of your style, your voice, and then the content that you put in.